The Contextual Contemporary Award is a new one this year. Friends has long been an advocate for modern architecture and for contemporary new design in the historic setting. With this award, we salute this new building for Memorial Sloan Kettering, especially because it adheres to the low-rise zoning of its block, joining Friends and other community leaders in the good stewardship of one of the essential characteristics of the Upper East Side. Friends Vice President Rita Chu, who was one of the leaders of the drive for this contextual zoning in the 1980s and is one of its most vigilant defenders, will present the award to William Macklowe Company, Daniel Goldner Architects, and Memorial Sloan Kettering.
Hi, I'm Rita Chu, speaking for Friends of the Upper East Side Historic Districts. I'm here mid-block on East 61st Street between 1st and 2nd Avenues in front of number 333, which is going to be the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Care Medical Facility building. Tonight, we're going to give it the Contextual Contemporary Award. It is a very important award, especially in these times. The award is a reference to contextual zoning. So what is contextual zoning? It is a specific zoning meant to preserve neighborhood character so as to ensure a visual relationship between new development and the surrounding built environment. Our residential side streets are small scale and low rise, leaving the tall buildings on the avenues. In the early 1980s, when Friends was founded in 1982, our first president, Helena Rosenthal, saw the growing encroachment of tall buildings on our residential side streets that was out of context with their neighbors, dwarfing them and leaving taller shadows where we live. Helena mounted a campaign by amassing a league of board members and volunteers to survey the Upper East Side, the results of which were submitted to the City Planning Commission. 3 years later, in 1985, a new zoning for the mid-blocks of our residential side streets was established, called R8B. At the time, the New York Times hailed it as the most sweeping change in the area since 1961, because the 1961 New York City zoning resolution allowed buildings of up to 14 stories and even up to 21 stories to be built in our mid-blocks. Instead of the 75-foot tall building you see before you, imagine a very, very tall building, because we are facing such challenges today. Now look at the opposite side of the street, where you'll see many lovely brownstones. Imagine the shadow, a building that is 4 to 5 times taller than the one across the street, that would cast on these brownstones. Friends' earliest logo was a row of whispering brownstones. These brownstones would undoubtedly whisper, "We're dying for light and air." Today, just such a tall building, over 300 feet tall, is being proposed in a mid-block zoned R8B on East 67th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenues. It will be the new blood center, replacing the old, with the upper floors being rented out. In order to accomplish this, the proposal is to put aside R8B and rezone it for a much taller building. This is an unconscionable challenge to R8B, to our precious mid-blocks, and to what makes our neighborhoods a livable city. Friends is, of course, up to the challenge of defending R8B.
I'm Billy Macklowe, the CEO and founder of William Macklowe Company and the developer of 333 East 61st Street. It is a privilege and an honor to be a recipient of this year's Contextual Contemporary Award, as selected and given by the Friends of the Upper East Side. So thank you to the Friends. And it was really an inspiring challenge to build a building of this nature within the context and fabric of the mid-block zoning, a building that speaks to the neighborhood, yet also fulfills investment objectives and the needs of the medical community to whom we were targeting this building. So again, to reiterate, it's a pleasure and an honor. I would like to thank the team that worked with me on this endeavor: Daniel Goldner Associates Architects, Claremont Peconic, our owner's rep, and Caldwell Wingate, our general contractor, and there are many others along who participated in this successful journey. So with that, thank you. We're very proud, we're privileged, humbled, and honored.
My name is Daniel Goldner. I'm the principal of Daniel Goldner Architects, and we took extreme care to fit the building into the context of the neighborhood. Obviously, we have a brick building on one side and a glass building on the other. The tools that we employed were meant to bridge that gap. We'd like to thank the Friends of the Upper East Side for recognizing the care that my team took. We'd especially like to thank William Macklowe, and we'd like to thank the contractor and all of the other consultants on the project that made this possible. Thank you.